Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of our NASCAR Heat 5 2023 mod career mode season number 4 here at the Canadian Tire Motorsports Park as we're looking at the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race results from their races, of course, that took place. This one from Kentucky, where it was Connor Mozak getting his first Truck Series win this season, his second in the last 2 seasons. Thad Moffitt continues a hot streak of momentum, getting a runner-up finish after his big win in Charlotte last episode. Then Stuart Friesen, Lane Riggs, and Caden Honeycutt run out the top 5. You see the rest of the race results there. Corey Day inside the top 10, and then Timmy Hill rounding out the grid at the back. So Connor Mozak is a Truck Series win at Kentucky. They also, at the same time, raced at Texas once again, their second Texas race of the season, so simulated 2 truck races. So it's going to be Lane Riggs picking up the win at Texas. Lane Riggs' second win this season. Friesen, Honeycutt, Empfinger, Mozak the top 5 once again. Corey Day, Tony Bradinger inside the top 10. Then you see the rest of the grid there. Of course, our number 1 truck did not start. Besides that, Connor Hall and Dawson Sutton rounded out the field. So Connor Mozak and Lane Riggs both pick up big Craftsman Truck Series wins. And now we'll be looking at the updated Craftsman Truck Series points standings, their little chase grid, as they don't have too many more races left in the regular season. 5 races to go in the Truck Series regular season. Caden Honeycutt and Stuart Friesen are still in an insanely close battle for the points lead. Just 2 points separating 2 of the favorites to win it all this season. Your defending champion Honeycutt and the 52 of Friesen. And then Lane Riggs, Enfinger, Majeski all looking very comfortable on points as well, with Tyler Ankrum, Chase Purdy holding 2 wildcard spots, and the last wildcard spot being held by Mason Massey, your Atlanta winner, who better be careful. If he loses a few more spots and points, he might find himself out of the chase. And if Thad Moffitt gains a few, he would be in. So Caden Honeycutt, Stuart Friesen, tight points battle. 5 races to go in the Truck Series regular season, after it was Connor Mozak and Lane Riggs picking up the wins. In the background, of course, we've been practicing qualifying for the NASCAR XFINITY Series Canadian Tire 250 here from Canada. Stories of the race: Sheldon Creed failed pre-race inspection. He'll start at the rear of the field, and we put it on pole position in our number 9 Brandt Chevrolet as we look to get our 3rd Xfinity win this season. And our 4 stars, we are green and underway here in Canada. Can we get the win in the Xfinity Series? We are starting alongside the 17 of Kyle Larson, who is also coming down doing some bushwhacking. And we have easily beat him on the restart and are now clear for the race lead in Canada, trying to drive away here and win this race. Of course, this race did take place right before the last episode, that dramatic finish in the Cup Series at Canada, where Corey Heim earned his first career Cup Series win. Now here in the Xfinity Series, we have absolutely dominated, and here's the last lap of Stage 1 as we will dominate, lead every lap from the pole, and win Stage 1 here in Canada with ease over Kyle Larson in 2nd, Leland Honeyman 3rd, Taylor Gray 4th, Justin Allgaier runs out of the top 5, William Sawalich in 6th. How about Ryan Vargas in 7th? And then Connor Zilish climbs up to 8th, Daniel Hemrick 9th, and Austin Cindric, another Cup driver, gets the final stage point here in Canada. So we get the Stage 1 win easily in dominating fashion here at Canada from pole position, leading every lap. And I'm going to move on to Stage 2, where it's going to be rinse and repeat. Same thing. We restart up front in first place, drive away the rest of the stage, and come through to win Stage 2 and sweep the stages in dominating fashion here in Canada. Nobody can stop us here today. We are on a roll. Larson 2nd, Allgaier, Taylor Gray, and Zilish round out the top 5. Then Sawalich, Honeyman, Nick Sanchez, Hemrick, and Cindric once again round out the top 10. So we dominate Stage 1 and Stage 2, sweeping the stages, have led every lap so far from the pole position, are trying to close out the deal now and bring home our 3rd Xfinity win this season. As now here we are, final lap, presented by Credit One Bank through the final 3 corners here in Canada. We have a nice 2-second lead over Taylor Gray. We had a 2 to go restart. We were able to drive away. Now here we are through the final corner for the final time. We are going to dominate, lead every lap from the pole, and win here in Canada in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. You'll love to see absolute domination, showing our road course prowess here today. And now we're going to burn it down on the front straightaway. Celebrate a big win, one of our best performances of our young career up to this point, as we burn it down here closer to turn 1 in this purple Brandt Chevrolet. I mean, we just had such a great race car. Can't thank Junior Motorsports, Brandt Agriculture, Dale Kelly enough to have a great car here for me today. We came home, got the victory, and You love to see it get a big road course win here. And we got one more Xfinity start left on the schedule in Indy in a couple of episodes. Can't wait for that one to try to make it 4 for 5 in victory lane this season. So we get the big win. Now we celebrate in victory lane with the crew, and then we'll look at the final race results here from Canada. So here are your final race results here from our Xfinity Series race here at Canada. Of course, we dominated and got the victory. How about Taylor Gray? A career-best second-place finish. Great job for the sophomore driver in the 20. Kyle Larson comes home third, who was my chief rival all day long. William Sawalich, Justin Allgaier finish off strong top 5 finishes. Austin Cindric comes down and gets a 6th-place finish. A good run for him. Sheldon Creed gets his second top 10 of the season. Daniel Hemrick, Nick Sanchez also in there, as well as Leon Honeyman. Gets a great run to get top 10 finish for him. Was strong all day long. So we get the win in dominating fashion. Of course, back of the grid, you have Alon Day and Ty Dillon. Not the finishes those guys we're looking for. Now, also, after we did this race, for some reason, the game automatically simulated the following race, which was at Pocono. So the Xfinity Series action at Pocono was Daniel Hemrick earning his 2nd win of this season and the 3rd of his Xfinity Series career. Jesse Love comes home in 2nd, Connor Zilisch 3rd, Justin Allgaier 4th, and Ryan Sieg rounds out the top 5. Riley Earps, Austin Cindric, Connor Mozak, Taylor Gray, Sheldon Creed, the top 10. See the rest of the grid there. Of course, our number 9 car did not start. William Sawalich had a really tough finish in 35th. Rough day for him and Jeb Burton. And then Larson ends up in 30th. Some sort of issue for him. So Daniel Hemrick wins at Pocono after we dominated, leading every lap from the pole and winning at Canada. And now here are the implications of that in our Xfinity Series chase grid here. After 16 races, they have 7 races left in the regular season. Justin Allgaier still holds a 49-point lead over Jesse Love. Connor Zilisch, Riley Earps, and Daniel Hemrick all looking good with their victories. Ryan Truex, Ryan Sieg, Carson Quaffle all still looking pretty comfortable. Then you got Brandon Jones plus 39, Taylor Gray plus 26, Connor Mozak holding the one of the 2 wild card spots, the other one being held by William Sawalich with his 2 wins on the campaign. And then you got Sheldon Creed and Raja on the outside looking in. So here's Xfinity Series breakdown. In the background, of course, we are practicing and qualifying for today's main event, which is going to be the NASCAR Cup Series M&M's 400 from the Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle. Chase Elliott, Shane Van Gisbergen, and Josh Berry are all going to the back of the field after issues during qualifying with crashes, unapproved body modifications, and tire changes. So we're bringing out the number 99 Arctic Cooler Chevrolet here for Pocono, a race where I was actually in person for, of course, in July of 2024. It was a great experience down there in the Pocono Mountains. Definitely recommend it if you guys want to go check out Pocono Raceway. If you want to go to a NASCAR race, great area to be in. Race was, it was all right. But I had a lot of fun. Now here we are starting this race in 17th on the inside of Tyler Reddick into turn 1 behind Bubba Wallace and Ty Gibbs. A little aggressive on the center turn 1, but we're able to hold on, get some solid grip here. Now we're going to be 3 wide coming down the back straightaway. Now make it 4, maybe 5 wide here at Pocono. Some crazy racing. Corey Heim and I both flying up through the field. We started about 18th and 19th, just like that. We're now up to 10th and 11th into turn 2, and we completely missed the corner. Suarez into the wall. Big mistake from us right there. We overdrove the corner. Unfortunately, took out Suarez in the process. My apologies to him and that Spire team. Did not mean that at all. And this Pocono is such a tough track for me anyway. William Byron goes by to 12th, and now we got to scrap it out with Ty Gibbs for 13th here. And keep note, this is our final in-season tournament qualifier race here. As the next episode at Atlanta, we will start the in-season tournament. So I'll have the bracket for you at the end of the episode. Here as we're 3 wide into turn 1, the ensuing lap. Trying to get by William Byron and Corey Heim, which we will do now. Go by Ryan Blaney. How about Sam Mayer, Kyle Busch having great qualifying efforts up inside the top 10 here today. Sam Mayer has been on a roll in these in-season tournament qualifying races. He is definitely dangerous. Could be an upset candidate. Now we're into 7th through turn 2, passing Kyle Busch. Trying to go by Keselowski, get a little bit too loose, missed my line through the corner. And here comes the 67 of Corey Heim. Heim lurking, trying to find a way by to get back into 7th. Of course, Corey Heim stole the win from us at Canada after my mistakes, and is now in position to get another strong run here today in Pocono. Corey Heim really having a breakout season here as he battles William Byron, who's gotten to our inside as we got into the door of Corey Heim through turn 3, so that's what messed up our line through that corner. And now we're still trying to get after him in the 67 here into turn 1. We go to the outside lane, way overdrive the corner to the wall. In turn 1 we go. Another mistake. We just cannot figure out turn 1 here, POCONO. This is such a tough corner. Early in this race, we are just struggling. Now trying to hang on to 9th here, battling Ryan Blaney a few laps later to get this position. We go to the inside. Denny Hamlin, now your race leader. No surprise at all. One of the greatest drivers ever here at POCONO. So many wins, including his first 2 of his career, came here at POCONO. And now we go by the 43 of Eric Jones. The following lap down the back straightaway for 8th. So we go by Jones. And now into turn 3, we get really loose there on the apron on the grass. Huge mistake, costing us a lot of time and nearly wipe out. This is the last lap of the stage, by the way. Larson wins stage 1, and Ty Gibbs is going to steal 8th and a photo finish with us. Oh my goodness, what an end to this stage. But Kyle Larson takes a stage 1 win. Denny Hamlin second, Seabell, Corey Heim, William Byron in the top 5. Then Hocevar, Keselowski, Gibbs, myself, and Blaney the top 10. So how about Toyota 2, 3, and 4 after Larson got the stage win. So here we are back underway in stage 2. We're taking Hocevar and Keselowski 3 wide into turn 1. A little bit of aggressive sliding up the racetrack there. A little bit of contact with Keselowski, but nothing too crazy. And we carry on 3 wide now at the 6 of Keselowski and the 77 of Carson Hocevar. And we move into that 6th position now, chasing down the 67 of Corey Heim and the 24 of William Byron. Into Corey Heim sideways, goes to 67, and around he goes. There goes Corey Heim spinning off of our bumper. A big mistake there. And we take out last race's winner, Corey Heim, who stole the win from us in Canada. Maybe a little bit of revenge there, you know. Maybe we were a little over-aggressive in that corner, you know, because we were a little frustrated about the way we lost that race last episode, and unfortunately Corey Heim gets the bad end of the stick and is now going to be all the way at the back of the pack as we are side drifting. How low can you go? All the way down to the damn apron with Brad Keselowski going into turn 1, and it does not help us whatsoever as we completely miss the corner into the turn 1 wall once again, and we lose 6 to Ty Gibbs as well. We slot down to 7th place now. All over the place, really loose, messing up turn 1. Now the later that lap and coming out of turn 2, coming towards turn 3, is tire down on Christopher Bell. The big issues for the 20 of Bell, who is competing for the lead up in the front. A huge problem, drops him way down the grid. A flat tire is going to cost him dearly. Now we're up to 6, getting ready to come in for our pit stop, but the caution comes out. And that means we'll have a restart. I mean, since Christopher Bell pitted, that allowed him to stay out. So everything worked out perfectly for the 20 of Bell. He stayed out, took the lead. Not for long as we sent it in turn 1. And all of a sudden, we're somehow battling for the lead here in POCONO. What a turn of events. Who would have thunk it? The way we've been struggling all day long. Now here we are in the mix for the stage 2 win with William Byron. What a great run we are having today. You love to see it. And now we squeeze the 24 Byron in the wall to turn 2, but we clear Byron and we take the lead down to turn 3. We go a little too wide. Here comes Kyle Larson in the 5. He's going to steal our official lap lead away, and Larson back out front. He's been the dominant force all day long. Stage 1 has been leading most of the way here in the 2nd stage of racing. I'm still trying to hang tough on his outside by lift to try to get in behind him and cross him over, and we do. Absolute slide job. Full-on dirt racing moves on one of the best dirt racers in the world, Kyle Larson. He goes on by us. Now here comes William Byron as well. The Hendrick duo going to the 1-2 spot. Now we sit down to 3rd, looking to cross over the 24 here into turn 2, but we get way too high up the racetrack. Squeeze the 24 to the wall, and around we go. We're spinning. We collect Ty Gibbs. We both go spinning down turn 3. And luckily we're able to do a full 360, get it back going, and lose minimal positions, but a big mistake for myself. We just pushed Byron too high, and I tried to brake to avoid getting up into the wall, but it was too late. We spun down the track, collected Ty Gibbs, who got the absolute worst of it here, slamming into Chris Buescher, and then Eric Jones, and then going all over the place, and that will probably put an end to Ty Gibbs' competitive run today. And after that incident, at least we were able to at least save this thing, get it back going, and somehow we're still in the top 10 after all this right now. Trying to hang on to 8th as Chase Elliott shoves us up into our teammate of Ross Chastain in the 1. The battle for 7th now is on with Keselowski and Blaney up ahead in 5th and 6th. The top 4 of Larson, Byron, Hamlin, and Bell are long gone. And now really the best we can do is 5th as we basically choked fighting for the lead right there. That mistake into William Byron. We dive bomb turn 1 to try to get to Ryan Blaney. Can we get by? No. We get into him a little bit and open the door for Chase Elliott in the 9. The most popular driver comes charging through on the inside lane. The 2020 champion will go by. Elliott into 6, and now we'll do battle with Ryan Blaney for 7. We go to the inside lane. You're chase a shot. Elliott sideways. He slides and he saves it. What a save by Chase Elliott. Here comes Austin Hill in the 3 out of nowhere. Gets physical, moves us out of the way. Hill into 6th. And a few laps later, we slip down to 7th here. And now we're still trying to chase down that 3 car for position here as Kyle Larson has come through to win stage 2 and sweep the stages here in Pocono. Looking like he's well on his way to yet another win this season. Larson wins stage 2, sweeping the stages. William Byron 2nd, Bell, Hamlin, Keselowski the top 5, then Austin Hill 6th, myself 7th, Bowman, Blaney, and Logano round out the top 10. So a couple of Penske cars, a couple of Gibbs cars, a couple of Hendrick cars, and myself, Hill, and Keselowski all inside the top 10. Now on the restart here in the 3rd and final stage of racing, we're 3 wide of the Penske duo, Blaney and Logano for 8th. We're going to make that pass 3 wide with Alex Bowman and Austin Hill into turn 2. If we can get it here, this will be 6th place and be a great move, and we have done it. But we slide a little too wide there. Have to lift on exit of the corner. Can't carry as much momentum as we want to on exit, but we're luckily going to be able to clear the 48 into turn 3. The following lap in turn 1, we're catching up to Byron, Keselowski, and Hamlin. A 3-way battle for 3rd as Larson and Bell do battle for the lead. 3 wide exit of turn 1. We clear Keselowski for 5th and slide in line behind the 11 of Denny Hamlin as we try to work our way into this 4th position here and really get a strong top 5 finish to maybe help out our chances of getting one of those top 4 in-season tournament seeds, which is ideal. And we'll clear Hamlin through turn 2 with a little bit of contact. So now we're into 4th place. A few laps later, though, we go a little too high up the racetrack. And here comes the 2-time Cup Series champion in our universe, the 22 of Joey Logano. Logano gets to the inside and is going to make his way by us here. Contact. We make a mistake. We slide up the track into Corey Heim, who somehow keeps it off the wall and makes the pass on the outside lane. What a move by Corey Heim, who has come all the way back from being wrecked earlier in this race to now fighting for a top 5 spot. And I'm just trying to hang on to 6th, but Denny Hamlin has put the pressure on us, and now as this long run goes on, we're starting to lose positions here as we get ready to come in for our scheduled final pit stop of the day. We get a big slide through turn 2. Now here we are coming in for a scheduled green flag pit stop. We follow Denny Hamlin down. Going to be 4 tires and fuel. Hope you can get a great pit stop right here. Get us out in a good spot. They'll compete the rest of the way for a solid top 10 finish. Preferably I want to go up there and battle for a top 5 ideally here, but we've been slipping back, so I expect to be around 6th or 7th hopefully. Ideal start we're saying, but we get beat by Austin Hill, we get beat by Ryan Blaney out of pit road. A rough pit cycle for us there, but we do beat Denny Hamlin out, so we'll take that. That is a W. We beat Denny Hamlin on exit of pit road, but we lost some crucial positions. Not what we wanted to. They're not an ideal pit cycle for us. Now we got to regroup as we try to hold Denny Hamlin back. We're currently running in 27th. He was inside. I had to throw a block trying to get him to stay behind us. And we too much cutting. Hamlin wipes out head on to the outside wall. A huge hit. And Denny Hamlin is a massive crash. No caution. We stay green. And a shocking turn of events. And now we're passing a whole bunch of guys on pit road. Go from 27th all the way up to 14th as we go by Ross Chastain. But even Bowman and many other drivers beat us on pit road, as it looks like we have not had the ideal strategy here in Pocono, and hopefully it does not cost us a top 10 finish. Now a huge stack up. We run in the back of Ryan Blaney. Someone with a blown tire up ahead of us. Who is that? That is the 5 of Kyle Larson, the dominant car of the day with a flat tire. And the final laps of this race is going to put an end to his hopes of a huge dominating win and a shocking turn of events. Larson will be out, and he will finish way, way deep in the order. Now here we are, just 4 to go in Pocono. We passed some guys on pit road, moves us up to 8th on the racetrack behind Chase Elliott. Joey Logano now leading, taking the white flag. Final lap presented by Credit One Bank here in Pocono for Joey Logano, who thanks to the misfortunes of Kyle Larson and Christopher Bell, looks to find his way to his first win of this season as we cross over Alex Bowman in this intense battle for 8th into turn 1. I'm trying to salvage every point and position I can here. If we can get 8th, that's would be our best alternate, like our second best in-season tournament finish to our runner-up last time out in Canada. And Bowman, here comes Christopher Bell, though, as we clear the 48. Bell to the inside. Now we're throwing a block on the 20. Bell trying to charge his way through and take 8th from us. But I'm still fighting like hell to keep this position now through the tunnel turn for the final time, heading towards turn 3. We bounce off the wall, but we hold off the 20 and the 48. And now down the front straightaway for the final time, Joey Logano wins in Pocono. Corey Heim second, William Byron third. What a stretch of races for Corey Heim. A win last time out, and then a runner-up here in Pocono. And now we slide job trying to hold off Seabell, but we leave the door open. Bowman goes through. Bowman will take 8th, and we will finish in 9th here in Pocono. Christopher Bell rounds out the top 10. Wow. But in the end, Joey Logano, a big win here in Pocono, was sneaky inside the top 10, up to the top 5 all day long, and then struck when it mattered most to get the win. And Corey Heim is actually going to lock up the #1 seed in the in-season tournament with his runner-up finish. What a run for Heim. William Byron, Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace the top 5, Chase Elliott 6th, Austin Hill a great 7th place run, Bowman 8th, myself 9th, Seabell runs out the top 10. See the rest of the grid there. Another great top 15 finish for Sam Mayer. SVG down in 28th. Larson, DNFs in 38th. Denny Hamlin 36th. Tough runs for those guys who were so strong all day long, but didn't get the finishes they were looking for. Now here's your updated Cup Series point standings and chase grid. 9 races to go until the chase begins. We still have a comfortable points lead over Christopher Bell now, who has jumped Denny Hamlin for 2nd in points. The Hendrick cars are still all in a row, 4th through 7th. SVG hanging on to that spot in 8th. Logano now with a win in the top 10 in points, jumping Ty Gibbs. That puts Justin Haley in a wildcard spot, as well as Corey Heim, who has now reached the top 20 in points, so he can now claim that wildcard position with Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, Blaney, and Reddick on the outside looking in. And now we're going to take a look at your in-season tournament bracket for our NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode 4th season. Corey Heim, the #1 seed, will face off against Ty Gibbs in the first round. Bowman is the 2 seed, facing off against Jimmy Johnson. Joey Logano is the 3, facing off against Zane Smith. And we are the 4 seed, facing off against Chase Briscoe at Atlanta next episode. You see the rest of the good there. Some other key matchups. Larson Chastain is a good round 1 matchup. You got Brad Keselowski, Chandler Smith, Justin Haley, AJ Allmendinger, Blaney, and Reddick is a brutal first-round matchup. Denny Hamlin and the red-hot Sam Mayer do battle. William Byron faces Todd Gilliland. Christopher Bell faces Chris Buescher. Bubba Wallace faces Daniel Suarez. Kyle Busch faces Michael McDowell. You also have Austin Hill facing Chase Elliott, SVG facing Noah Gragson, and Austin Cindric facing Carson Hocevar. So there's your in-season tournament bracket. Corey Heim, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, and I, your top 4 seeds as the tournament begins next time out at the Atlanta Motor Speedway, where we won earlier this season. And now as we end this episode, as always, I want to give a special shout out to my channel members. Thank you very much to Brenda Breen and Jeremy Isley. I really appreciate your guys' support. It means a lot to me. It helps this channel and I continue to grow and do great things on our road to 1,000 subscribers. As we have just recently eclipsed 900, let's keep going. Please, if you are watching this and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. I really appreciate it. It's completely free. It only takes a couple of seconds, and it helps me a ton. If you want to become a channel member, link for that is in the description down below to get access to exclusive perks. So until the next episode, I hope you all have a good one.